Okay, so welcome back to day 2 of scaling this agency to $100,000. Today we have 3 things kind of on the radar. Number 1 is client acquisition. It's a big thing, but I really want to just nail down and look at inbound, review kind of why it's not working as well as it could be, the opportunity to expand it, film a video as always, and post a LinkedIn post as we try to do every day, but also outbound, and have a look at this strategy, which is about to launch today. And just see kind of, especially with the VA coming on board tomorrow, is there a way I can make this whole LinkedIn personalization, this instantly outbound, like really, really effective? So looking into both of those and kind of building out our client acquisition plan in concrete. So rather than just posting around a video and sending a random email, I want to have a plan I can refer back to and say, okay, this is the client acquisition strategy we've been trying since Tuesday, the whatever today is. The next thing we need to do is, well, I've realized kind of client projects wise, like let's say at the moment I'm probably at about 10-15K a month. Seems good, seems okay, but the problem we have is I am taking on way too many custom projects. So what my agency really did before was a lot of custom automation builds, almost kind of custom, sometimes lovable, no-code software, solution builds, and means I have a lot of client work at the moment. So today we set the rule, which means I am no longer going to take on any custom projects. The only work I'm going to work on from now on is the authority funnel and this automated SEO system that I have, because that can scale. Done for you builds cannot scale in the same way, so we're really, really relying on that system to scale. So every bit of acquisition, every bit of outbound, inbound is built around that system, and we are selling only that system. A final exciting thing we have today is, well, kind of tomorrow actually, we have a VA coming on board. So really need to prepare stuff for that, because I'm just thinking, especially this week, next week, what is the most important stuff that they can help with. Currently he's only doing 20 hours a week. Ideally it'd be slightly more, to be fair. I think 40 hours a week would be more useful. So we'll have to kind of plan around that, and then perhaps kind of expand it or bring something new on in the next few weeks. But first things first, let's nail down. We've got a couple calls kind of morning time, so let's really nail down and just sort out this acquisition, and then let me show you what I'm working on with the client acquisition strategy for the authority funnel. All right, so it's good to lay this out slightly better, and here is the plan which I have come up with. Okay, so firstly, starting with the kind of inbound. LinkedIn, start posting 7 days a week rather than 5. 4 personal posts, because the kind of business and the SEO related posts are just not doing well, and personal posts always seem to do better for me. So more personal posts and less of these business posts. I'm also going to try do less video posts, because all my posts are video posts, and I did actually hear someone say that video posts performing slightly worse at the moment, so I'm going to try cut them out and try just more static posts, and then reuse YouTube content, because I have plenty of that now, especially with the kind of personal posts we're talking about here. YouTube, same thing, 1 personal vlog a day, 1 conversion style video. Mix up the conversion videos, because at the moment I think it's like this, right? I'm always trying to sell the authority funnel, but I think we can kind of branch around what we're selling and then use all of this, all the traffic from this, to sell back to the core product. So talking about kind of different SEO automations, they used to do well on my YouTube, why SEO is changing, AI SEO, use all of these things because they all relate to this and kind of future of SEO. So we're going to talk more about these rather than just pitching this every single time, because my YouTube videos seem too salesy at the moment. Go back to automations and continue working on improving thumbnails. Sometimes I want to think about in the future is not necessarily info products, but more of like, I want to have a school community where I kind of build and teach people how to do this, the kind of future of SEO, AI SEO, how to really up your game with SEO. So I think that could be cool. So we'll start a free school community at some point and use that to kind of funnel traffic to for the time being, then hopefully convert it into kind of a paid product later down the line. Outbound, which is going to be launched today, is this. So niche down on startups for instantly. So just position ourselves as basically a next level SEO agency, which can help climb higher on AI models. I think if we position ourselves slightly more uniquely, I think this is something that startups do want, because I've spoken to them about it, and make them feel like this is the next big thing with SEO. And then LinkedIn, I think this is what I'm thinking, kind of tying into what we're going to get the VA to do. I'm going to get them to find 20 prospects a day to reach out to who are kind of like this, young startup founders, potentially venture capital behind them, potentially bootstrap, not too bothered, want to buy into something new and possibly kind of coming out of Y Combinator. Something like that. Maybe they're a bit too crowded, they're coming out of Y Combinator, but some sort of startup founders which are young and are kind of looking and happy to chat, because I think they're cool, easy to work with people. So I think the plan is the VA puts it all in a Google sheet, and I'll set this up today. I literally go ahead and just film a loom for each one, personalized, and then the VA goes and sends them all out. That is going to be really, really helpful. So that is the outbound plan for now. We have a call in 40 minutes, so I'm going to try to get this outbound campaign launched. And also, yeah, let's try and get outbound campaign launch, and then hopefully a post on LinkedIn. Just focus on that this morning.
Okay, so that was a quick trip to Bath. I need to get back on for the afternoon now. We're talking about 1 p.m. now, so got to get back to it. Got plenty of emails to do, just got to get some boring client work done, and then hopefully kind of bail out the system. Let's work it out when we're back.
Realize that I think we have a scaling problem, and I think I'm going to find it really hard to scale, because I think I have the ability to scale in terms of outbound marketing, but I just cannot do all these projects. I have to stop, otherwise I already am taking on too much, so I can't do any more work. And the VA I'm working with, he's not going to do any of the work. The work is also different, that it's not really one skill set. So it's not like I can just hire someone, and really it's kind of can't afford someone good at this point. So I really have to be strict now, and it's hard because I know I'm not going to stick to this. I know I'm going to say this, but I have to be strict in that I cannot work with more people to do done for you builds, because it's just not, it really inhibits my ability to scale and to make videos on the stuff that I want to make videos on, and to kind of sell the service that I want to sell. It's going to kind of turn into turning away money, which is a really weird thought. And the thing is, I say that, but I know it's not going to happen. I know I'm going to take on more because I'm paying rent now, and I need to pay for stuff. And how I do that is by taking on more work. So it's a really hard problem to have. I think I'm going to have to think about this a bit more. But it's good to kind of realize that it definitely is a problem and something that needs to be worked on. The good news is we got one contract signed today, which is a new thing, which is cool, for some automations, and kind of something new should be coming soon. So that's really cool. But yeah, just got to really think about that, because I can't handle it all, basically. I'm going to have to work out what I can do. But it's fine. There are bigger problems, and this is something we can overcome. I think I'm just going to have to bring someone technical on board to at least help me with the NA10 automations, but I don't know who, because I can't really afford anyone. So I'm going to have a look into that, because maybe just a part-time VA shouldn't be too expensive. But I do also, I really want to grow this business with automations. I believe that, especially we're probably not in the place to have 2 people hired. There's no, I really want to grow this as leanly as possible. So automate as much as I can, but you can't automate an automation yet. Maybe that's the next business, automate automations. Because, I could sit down for a day and I could go, I'm going to automate all my client onboarding, but I just can't be asked to do that. I don't have time to do that. So maybe if I could have someone who I just say, I need you to do all these automations for my clients. I need you to do all these automations for me. I need you to do this. Just I keep handing them automations. Maybe that is a good shout. Okay, I've come to a decision. Let's find someone who can do automations. Just found someone called Ben, who looks like, I booked a meeting with them, and it's in 30 minutes. And they do SEO and they do automations, and they're looking for work. So I'm going to speak to them in a bit. This could be interesting. Kind of a little bit rushed off the back, but I just think to speak to someone will be interesting. See if it's I don't know, see if they're cool. And then we, just to be able to just have automations which I can just commission, get built, because that's kind of where I'm drowning the most in the agency. And he can spend half his time kind of building automations for the agency as we scale, building systems for the agency, but also building those client systems. Those two together will be sick, because I've got a lot of client system needs to be built, and I've got a lot of these systems. So if we can just bang them out, this is what I need. I mean, I've got a VA starting tomorrow who, I don't know, that's the next thing I got to do, kind of give him tasks. I've got a meeting with him an hour long. So I've got to set that up. But for now, this is who I really need. So yeah, maybe I won't be getting paid this month, but at least we'll be able to scale. SEO agency, and a lot of it's automated. So the kind of selling point of this business is that majority of SEO agencies are kind of stuck in the past, and we're trying to build something that's new, that's automated, and is just better for doing SEO. You know, all this kind of on-page SEO, keyword research, meta titles, meta descriptions, all this stuff we've been doing for centuries is something that can easily be automated. And we've got something called the authority funnel. We'll post every week, then they go and build links, and then they track it, and they just go in this circle again. So you know, we go ahead and we engage on Reddit communities. We build on YouTube, Google, LinkedIn, Quora, Instagram, Facebook. Build authority to make search engines find us. Does that make sense? All right, okay, so on the way to the gym, I got a final couple of hours work done. Again, just the same problem we're noticing again and again and again, is that we are drowning in work that I can't keep up with, and I'm spending my day doing client projects when I should be scaling the business. So the plan for tomorrow is I've literally, and I think this is insane, but I have technically employed someone, a VA in the Philippines, to kind of help with some of this technical stuff. And while I'm waiting for that to happen, well, no, I don't have to wait for that to happen. That happens literally tomorrow at 1 p.m. UK time, 3 p.m. UK time. Yeah, 3 p.m. UK time, he's onboarding. So tonight is going to be a late night of work. So I've got to do standing operate procedures for both the VA starting tomorrow and the VA starting, well, also fucking tomorrow. So do both of them. And then once that's finished, I have to work out this client thing. With the client project I was trying to fix last night still hasn't been fixed. But like I said, I know I've said this hundreds of times this vlog, once we have a better tech team in place, all we have to do is just outsource. So I can just say, okay, I can do this, you do this, especially when the other VA will be there to coordinate stuff. This should be good. And if they both perform well, we'll be class. I'm spending maybe £2,000 a month on employees, excluding myself, which isn't bad. They both work part-time, so it's not great, but it's like, yeah, hopefully they're going to smash it and will help us scale. I think probably someone who knows automations, right, is probably one of the first people you want to bring on in your businesses, rather than kind of what we typically bring on as like a assistant. It's like, no, just bring on someone who can create AI assistants for you. Yeah, that's the update. Gonna go to the gym now. I'll update you for the evening work, and then we will get this video edited, get it posted. Day 2 done. Consistency over working super hard, which I will start doing soon, and yeah, we'll go from there. All right, bye. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, this was probably one of the least productive days so far, and I think you can probably quite easily tell that. I keep saying stuff is going to get done that day. I said stuff on Monday was going to get done. It still hasn't been done. We have a huge backlog of projects. I'm saying the same thing again and again. But it's really time for a bit of a change. I've just got so much going on, and that's not an excuse. In fact, it is an excuse, and I don't have that much going on. But I know I need to focus. And, you know, when I'm back in Barcelona, I'm just making excuses again. But I think tomorrow we really have to turn this around, and it's 11 p.m. at the moment. I want to be up early-ish, 6 a.m. maybe. No, not maybe. I will be there. I will pick up this vlog at 6 a.m. We'll go straight out for a walk. We'll make the plan for the day. I'm going to now, I always say I'm going to do this, I'm never going to do this, plan out my day, hour by hour tomorrow. And then if we have that,
that should be much easier to just get stuff done, because we really have to move the needle in loads of different areas tomorrow. I have a project that hasn't been finished. We got VA SOPs. I literally just said in that clip I was gonna do them. I just haven't, because I'm lazy. So if we're gonna get this to 100k a month, this has to pick up the pace, because this was maybe 2-3 hours of focus work today out of like 16 I've been awake for. So yeah, we have to knuckle down now, and we're going to get up early tomorrow and sort this out and stop complaining and actually make it productive. If anyone's made it to this point in the video, what the hell are you doing with your life? But thank you so much for watching, and let's continue this tomorrow. Bye.